What is going on, ladies and genitals? Yodisly here, bringing you episode 20 of my Borderlands 2 Seraph weapon series. Today I have a Seraph shield for you guys known as the Pun-Chee. Now in my case, I do not have a prefix to this. There's also a fire and an explosive version of this. I don't know if that changes the prefix to this or not, but I do know that those two Pun-Chees exist. Now this is going to be the third to last Seraph weapon that is available right now. Of course, once we get some more DLC, some more might pop out. But this is going to, we've only got two more left after this one, guys. But this is going to be found in the second DLC known as Mr. Torg's Campaign of Carnage. If you're unfamiliar with these Seraph weapons, you get the Seraph crystals from killing the invincibles within the DLC. They drop Seraph crystals. You take those Seraph crystals to the Seraph shops and you buy the weapon you want. Now you can see here there's the different slots of inventory. If you go to it and there's not a gun that you want or a shield, grenade, whatever it may be, simply don't buy anything, save and exit your game, come back in, the stock will change and you can basically farm these machines and get whatever gun you want. So that's pretty awesome. I will note that Terramorphous and Vermivorous from the main game do not drop Seraph crystals. They are the only invincibles at this time that do not drop any Seraph crystals. So, you know, I've had a lot of people ask, and I figured I'd throw that out there now. But here in just a second, I'm going to show you guys that I do have this shield on, and I'm going to show you the weapons of choice that I'm using, and they're all going to have the melee blade. I wanted to do this because the good thing about this shield is the roid damage of plus 16,000 there, and the bottom line says, when depleted, melee attacks deal bonus roid damage. What that means is if your shield is depleted, your melee damage is just going to be increased significantly, and with these melee blades already on these guns, that's already increasing your melee damage, and you're just going to freaking melee everything to death. Check out this Marshal there, pretty much all health, whack, done. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Now if you got like something built with the melee, you know, focus, then it could be even better. If your assassin's already focused on melee, it's probably just going to destroy everything. But I'm going to read from the wiki real quick. It says the Pun-Chee is a Seraph melee shield manufactured by the Bandits. The Pun-Chee can only be obtained from trading with the Seraph vendor in the Badass Crater of Badassitude, or as a rare drop from Pete the Invincible. Now special effects and red text, you want to go, asshole! Improved recharge rate and decreased recharge delay. It has a possibility of spawning with fire and explosive immunity. But as for other Seraph shields, its prefix will never change. So I guess it won't change. How about that? Usage in description. Similar to a melee shield, Pun-Chee is mainly useful for classes that integrate melee into their build, i.e. zero gauge, etc. The stats for the Pun-Chee generally outclass a common melee shield. The increased recharge rate and moderately high shield capacity makes this shield reliable for any class that needs a large shield capacity without sacrificing health. So there you go. You may have learned something that I couldn't tell you. Sorry if I read that a little bit quicker. But yeah, I thought this shield was pretty beast. Now I do go down a lot right here, but it was just me wanting to show you guys how this shield itself works. Here's the crusher that I take out. Look at that. A crusher normally is he's got a decent amount of health, but 2 melee right there because my shield was depleted. With the blade on the bitch, it was a bitch, man. It smoked him and he smoked me. And we're even now. But I don't know. I wouldn't really use this shield. I guess maybe if you had an assassin build and all you do is run around in melee, you could do it. But I would always live in fear that my shield would go depleted. And, you know, I like the sham, man. The sham is where it's at. But if you got an assassin build or gauge with it focused on melee, this could be the shield for you guys. But guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you enjoyed episode 20. Sorry it was short, but you can't really show much of a shield. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.